Welcome back to the What's Venom podcast. Styles was going to try and do it this week, but he just gave me a look like a deer in the headlights, and so...
Almost as if I couldn't see when the track was about to finish. I'm just looking at the back of a chair. So, yes, I'm Styles Morales here with Stoney Montana.
And we are back for episode 3. Yes.
Revenge of the Shit, the all anal final chapter.
Yes, yeah. So we've been consistent. At first, we thought we were going to do this fortnightly, but it's turned into a weekly thing, so...
Funny how things work out.
Yes, yeah. So, fuck, man. How's your week? What you been doing?
Fucking nothing new. Working, babysitting, and working, and babysitting. I shouldn't really call it babysitting when it's your own kid, but babysitting.
Word of the day, everyone, is babysitting.
Shit.
Yes. There was a hair on my microphone. There we go.
Yes.
All right.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Yes, yes.
I shaved my head today.
Yeah, so, so did you end up opening your Twitter app this week at all?
Yes.
How did it go?
I haven't made an account, but I opened it, and then I closed it, and then I opened Pokemon Go.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay, so, we have had some follows and shit, so, it is for Instagram and Twitter at What's Burnin Pod, and then on the Facebook book, that thing that we still use for some reason, facebook.com/
Meta.
What's Burnin Pod.
Meta worldwide.
Meta world peace. Ron Artest.
Ron Artiesel.
And soundcloud.com/ Watch Burnin Pod. Watch Burnin? What's Burnin Pod.
Watch Burnin.
Watch Burnin. Watch Burnin, the bizarre.
What we're doing to you now, just wasting your time.
They're pretty much the bizarro fucking version of our podcast. Watch Burnin.
Where it's just a visual, but there's no sound.
Yeah, it's just yeah, so we watched Venom 2 today. Let There Be Carnage.
Let there be garbage.
It was fucking different. I didn't even watch the first one. I couldn't get into it, so I was just along for the ride, and I think I enjoyed it for probably the opposite of what fans would enjoy it for. I thought Venom was humorous in his new age ways. Yes.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I get the gist that they're trying to make Venom and Venom's man name, I forgot his name.
Eddie Cock.
Eddie Brock. Yeah, Eddie Cock. Yeah, Eddie Cock. I think they're trying to make him like a married couple. But yes, the movie was quite fucking...
What a waste of potential. So people that don't know, you know what I'm about to go, I'm about to talk either about X-Men or fucking Spider-Man. So, yeah, yes. Yeah, so fucking Carnage is like one of like, it was originally like in the 90s, and it was supposed to be like Marvel's version of the Joker, where it was like an unhinged super villain that was just thrived on violence. His name is fucking Carnage, so that should say it all. In the movie, it played fucking by Woody Harrelson. I'm guessing
the least intimidating man in the world.
Well, I think that was supposed to be trying to be like Natural Born Killers Woody, where he was unhinged, but now he's just like a 55-year-old man that just sits there and speaks in riddles for some reason. He's like, everything he said rhymed. And then he turned into a CGI monster, which looked alright. Like when he first transformed, it looked pretty cool. But then it just like halfway through, he somehow got like 8 sizes bigger than
Scary
Venom.
Movie 3 gag with the hat on the fucking sheriff's head. Gets bigger every scene.
No, it's the first one.
Nah, Scary Movie 3.
Oh yeah. Charlie Sheen's wife.
Yeah. That's what it was like.
Yeah, he got bigger and bigger, and then
comically bigger.
And it was like at the end, it was words of advice from Eddie Brock's ex-fiance's new fiance. That was like, "Come on, man, don't give up, Venom." And he's like, oh, "Okay." And then he fights, and then he like just straight up like murks Carnage's bitch, like just throws her, and she gets crushed. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. And then Carnage just gets like eaten. Like, yeah. You can't do Carnage without having fucking Spider-Man there, because that's just like nothing. It's like they did the Joker without Batman, but they had to even have like a young Bruce Wayne in there to justify it. There's no reference to Spider-Man at all in it until like the very end, like end credit scene. But Sony won't let that fucking... They're holding the cards at the moment if they want Venom to play with Spider-Man. But if they do, at least he'll get the cool suit. But
yeah.
At the moment, yeah. So we're just going to do movie review straight up, because I've tweaked the review system from that was introduced last week. So, just to recap, we were using the cum system. It's flawless. So if something was
It works every time. Every time I've seen a 2 out of 5 cum, I know to stay away from it. You know.
Yeah. So we rank it out of cums. Like how many cums would you give it? For example, a 1 out of 5 cum is terrible, and like a 5 out of 5 cums is masterpiece. But I want to introduce a new aspect to that. We're gonna rank movies based on cums and shids. So a shid is the opposite of a cum review. So like a 1 shid is like it's not too bad. Like 5 shids is fucking terrible. So
Yes.
we'll go by that. So fucking I'll ask you because you're not really the comic book fan up first. Like what do you would you give it a cum or a shid?
Ooh. I'd give it a cum. I just thought like just some of the shit that Venom was saying was just comical. I found the comical relief in it, and that's what kept me invested in it.
What if I told you in the comic books it was darker humor and like he was actually like they talk about it in the movie, but like his whole thing is he wants to eat Spider-Man's fucking brain, and that's what he does. He goes out and just eats criminals' brains.
Yeah, well, Sony dropped the ball.
Yeah. So how many cums are you gonna give it? Fucking hell.
Oh, 2 cums.
Oh, two cums. Fucking.
But it wasn't on the shit meter. Like it had some good moments. So it was, I wouldn't watch it again. But I don't hate that I watched it. Like I don't regret it. So
Oh, fucking hell.
it was I guess it's a positive.
It's a.
What about you?
I would honestly probably give it 1 shid.
1 shit.
Just the aspect, like if it wasn't, it wasn't even that long, but it fucking felt like it just went forever. But nothing even happens in it until the last 15 minutes. So, just on the aspect of wasting my time on a Saturday, it's getting 1 shid.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, and we'll get some we'll get a proper soundboard put in where we'll have either a or a so we'll know. So if it was 5 cums, it'd be like
Pretty much. And that those sounds will be made by us.
yes, yeah. We will sit down and dedicate a good day to get some finely mastered wave files of us
Comes and shids.
doing fart noises. A very proactive use of my time. So, well, hey, what have you been up to this week?
Fucking started this new job. Fuck, it's pretty good. Fucking can't complain. Fucking picked it up pretty quick. Already doing better than the guy that's training me, so that's always good. And there's Chon, yes.
Yes, there is.
Well, I don't want to talk about too much just in case people goes around work. Oh, I don't want to lose my job just yet. I need the monies.
What, for thinking that a chick's hot?
Yeah. She does want the kibasa, but
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion anyway. And if they say, "Do you think so and so's hot?" you should be like, "Yeah, but I've got really low standards."
pretty much. Fuck. Fuck. So yeah. Oh man, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
eh?
he's buckled.
I'm buckled. I had a few fucking bills.
He's looking like a Chinaman.
I'm fuck. Oh yeah, I'm chong-eyed. Can't. Yes. So what else has been going on? Fucking. I know you haven't been playing much games recently because fucking you're living between fucking houses and tuna can beds.
Yeah, I haven't even like plugged the PlayStation 5 in maybe a month and a half. I was actually thinking about trading in some games to get Call of Duty, but I played at your house today and it's not that great. So I probably won't do that, and I'll just wait for something else to come out that tickles my fancy a bit more. But I don't even know what's coming
Battlefield.
out. I was looking at the reviews for that too, and there's no campaign, there's no fucking...
There's no campaign?
Nah, it's just online only. I was like, no, I don't know about that.
Oh, I hate playing. I
But
like
they do-
playing online, but like fuck.
Yeah, but they do have something online that's pretty cool. They got like portals, and you go through the portal, and it changes. And they change
Number 8.
number 8. They change. So if you're playing, it's like 2042 or whatever it is, and you're like futuristic guns. But then you go through the portal, and then it's like Battlefield like 1, like World War 1, and the map changes and shit. But that seems like it'd only be fun for maybe 3 matches. And it's permadeath from what I can see. So like you die and like it's like Fortnite and your game's over.
Great.
I'm just gonna have a look, see what else we got coming out.
Fucking nothing. The last since we've the
I just typed
PlayStation
in it, changed the upcoming hams.
steamed hams.
At this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? Seymour, the house is on fire. No, mother, it's just the northern lights. All right, let's have a
fuck.
look. What have we got?
There's nothing.
Sword of the Necromancer. Fucking.
Next.
There was one I was interested in, but not anymore. It was Elden Ring, and I was
Sounds like a fucking old Jewish man's name.
Elden Ring. No, I thought it was like open world fucking this and that. And I was like, yeah, this looks alright. I thought it was Lord of the Rings. Like even the font is the Lord of the Rings font. But it's not. It's just like some knockoff thing. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to even bother now. Like as much as I as much as I don't taste Harry Potter, that Harry Potter game actually like looks alright. The premise. I'll have to see some gameplay trailers and shit.
Yeah.
Can you stop rubbing your cock?
Sorry.
Fucking. But yeah, so what have we got?
Because since these consoles came out, fuck all. Like, there's been not fucking nothing.
Nah, nothing at all. So I'm still fucking all these lists. Baseball 21. Who gives a shit? Jose Canseco bat? Oh, tell me you didn't pay money for that. That's Ninja Turtles, by the way.
We're talking softball. From Maine to San Diego.
Gotham Knights. That's next year. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
It's like that's online co-op, but
That'll be good.
yeah.
I reckon that could get a come from us.
Yeah, they'll get a come, I'm pretty sure. Although they've already released the figures for it. Or not they've not released them, but they've shown what they look like, and they fucking look trash. I don't know what's going to go on with that, but Pokemon Legends Arceus will be alright.
Oh, Elden Ring. February 25th, 2022.
Yeah, next. God of War Ragnarok. Well, there is a Lord of the Rings game coming out. Oh, the Gollum game. Remember that one cunt that you sort of didn't like? Yeah, then now you get to play as him. Fuck.
I never watched Lord of the Rings, so I could care less.
It's alright. It's, yeah.
I'm
I like the first one. I think it's just nostalgia. It's just 3 movies of fucking people walking.
Yes, there's only one return, and it's not of the king.
It's of the Hidings.
That won't happen.
Return of the Hidings.
Yeah.
Sam.
What else is there? Marvel's Midnight Suns.
No, I was excited because I saw Blade in the trailer, but then it's like turn-based and it's like card combat, like strategy cards, and then you get like the real-time thing, but yeah, I don't know. I might still have to do it just for my boy. Always bet on black.
Yes. What about Suicide Squad? Kill the Justice League.
That'll be good.
Yep.
It's just saying yes, yay or nay at the moment.
Pretty much, yeah. Hogwarts Legacy. That could be. That has potential.
Cockwarts.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, and they got Candyman to do Venom's voice.
How good.
Halo Infinite.
Marvel's Wolverine.
Yes, will be good. That won't be out next year. No fucking way.
It says.
It
just says yeah to be confirmed.
Yeah, because all they've done is release like a 5-second cinematic fucking thing.
And here's the one that gets your dick hard.
Yeah, what's
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake.
What, next year?
It just says TBC.
Yeah, you got another 2 years on that. Fucking good luck.
Final Fantasy 16. I don't even know they're up to 16 in Final Fantasy.
They skipped a few. It was weird. They were all like, so like the last like, oh, it went, yeah. So obviously, I remember 6 was on Super Nintendo, I think, or was it the first PS1, and then 7 was like the big one that everyone froth, and then 8, if I recall, was the first PS2 one, and then it went to like and then it went to like 13, and then it was like 15 part 1, 15 part 2, Return of Lightning.
It's like having a birthday in a fucking leap year.
Yeah, but it's like each time you play it, it's a different story. Like it's different people, it's a different timeline, it's different fucking, it's in the future, it's in the past. One's pirate themed, one's fucking like medieval themed, one's fucking, it just doesn't do it for me, eh? Like turn-based combat. If you're not Knights of the Old Republic, go home.
Shid. Not Knights of the Old Republic, but what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Shid. Speaking of Shid, time for a new segment this week that we came up with last night. It's called Come or Shid.
Come
Again, it stays on the same scale as things, so... Number 8.
Number 8. Yeah, but it's more streamlined. So the way it's going to work is we'll alternate each week, and one of us will fire off 5 different topics or
anything. Like
things
it's
on
going
the
to be...
agenda. Yeah, and then the alternate person will either say come if they agree with it and why, or shid why they don't agree with it and why. So
Yes,
it's Stoney's turn this week, and it's my turn in the hot seat. And the alternate person that is getting asked the questions gets one doozy to 5 straight back after the 5 have been asked.
Yes.
So we'll see
He
how we go.
seems
with it.
pretty stoked with what he has.
Oh, we'll see what you come up with first. But yeah, this is
No,
gonna-
mine's nothing. Mine's nothing like hectic or like fucking.
Oh fuck! I overkilled it then. So
Oh, no.
it was the first thing that came to my head. I don't know why. It
No,
says
that's it.
about me. but-
Then you're setting the standard then. Fucking. Yes. All right. So the first one is what I actually fucking said when I fucking thought of the idea is drinking a Macca's Coke when you're dying of thirst. I won't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but Brittany definitely will. So, even when you're not dying from thirst, Diet Coke, ice cold on the rocks, that would definitely be a cum.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs much explanation.
Nah.
Although it would be a shit depending on like what Macca's you go to. But
Well, with the
sometimes
ones that just where it's just fucking like fucking water. Like just
and then you
no ice.
hell long line like for a girl to drop your change like onto the floor between the car and the window.
No, it goes through the fucking the window in the fucking when the window comes up down.
No, it lands in the donation thing, but the Ronald McDonald charity as if they don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking scam. Yeah, the only thing I think would beat a Macca's Coke is fucking like bed water. Like in the middle of the night when you fucking like
I make my own. Don't have to get up then, you get to lay in it. It's fucking good.
Oh, yes. The next one is roller shutters.
This is an easy shit. This is we actually both work for the same roller shutter company at roughly the same time and never met each other. Working in different departments.
He sold him. He sold the lie and I made the lie.
We called it a dream. We called it a golden opportunity. But it's funny you say that because I was working at my new job now this week. I didn't even tell you this. I dropped the ute off for a wheel alignment at Bow Repair at Kwinana. And then I went to pick it up and there was this guy that came out that was servicing it and he had a wonky eye. And for some reason... Why are you laughing at that for? He had like his big goggles on, like dyslexia glasses. Like, yes. But he looked like a Crash Bandicoot villain.
Bubbles.
yeah, pretty much. But he's like... For some reason, he was just talking shit. He's like, yeah, like back when I worked at Oddshot. I was like, oh yeah. And then it clicked to me who it was. It was some like schmuck that got like hired out of like Gumtree that was running the call center for a bit, and they fucked him off because he didn't know what he was doing. And I remember when he said that, I was like, oh, me too. It turns out I ended up replacing him. I took his job. He's like, yeah. Then so I brought in some other fucking clown that took my job, and like was making money off my fucking sales. I was like, oh really? I was like, yeah. So can I have my keys back, bro, or what? And I was like, yeah, a bit of a career change, cunt.
If you have a car crash this week.
Yeah, it was the wonky-eyed man from Bow Repair in Kwinana, so get on that.
You're on notice.
Yeah, approach him from the left side because he won't see you coming.
Yes. Next one is a movie. Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Ooh. Where I sit on it now or when I first saw it?
Give me both.
When I first saw it, it was a cum.
Give me your first reaction, first thoughts, and then watching it however many more times you've watched it and can now fully mull it over.
Oh, fuck. All right, so 2010. I was 15. I was young, tender age of 15. Yes. I was actually good mates with the guy that was the same age as me, that lived behind me.
That made Nightmare on Elm.
Yeah. I was good friends with the man that inspired the child molester. I was his favourite. The guy that used to live behind me. We used to like go to shouts out Joondalup and used to just like would go and like do the usual. Would pay to see a movie and then we'd just like walk between them. Like we'd work it out. So like one day we went and saw fucking Grown Ups and then we went and saw Clash the Titans and then walked out of that and then saw like, the second half of Alice in Wonderland. Then walked out of that and saw something else. And it was one of those days, but we got like a triple feature in. I think we went to Whitford's that time and it was like
how good.
The guy that was at the ticket thing was like the guy from The Simpsons. Oh no, my boss is gonna be pissed. Like the squeaky voice teen. But we did the double feature and it was Kick Ass and we went to go and see Nightmare on Elm Street and I was frothing it. And we got in there and it was cool. I was like, yeah, this is not bad. Like the guy at the start, the guy that slit his throat open, I was like, fuck yeah. And it just slowly got like worse. there was a few good lines in there. But yeah, I don't know. I liked it as the fucking when I was younger. Now as I got older, I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 more times. Nah, it's fucking garbage.
Garbage, so it's a shit.
It's a fucking shit.
Yeah, I've seen that movie a few times. The first time I watched it. Fuck, I brought it home from work when I worked at Civic in Malaga. Shout out. Fucking watched it with my fucking missus at the time and her mum and little sister. True story. Got a hand job while watching the movie with everyone in the room.
From her little sister.
Fuck no. From her mum.
I was like, little sister makes your cock look bigger.
Fuck. Fuck. Yeah.
You know what actually got better with viewings? The Friday the 13th remake.
Oh yeah. I think I'd say, would you class that's just a one-off like standalone story, eh? Like.
Yeah, so they compressed like the first 4 Friday the 13th into one movie, and like when I first saw it, I think it was the same guy that lived behind me. He was Jason was his guy.
You spent a lot of time with this guy, didn't you?
Yeah, bro, because he had a PS3.
True.
And I didn't have nothing.
Yeah,
Like, you know how you know fucking old man River. I had nothing, and he had like everything. He'd click his fingers and he'd get like new shit. Fucking a few people listen to this know who I'm talking about. But like he had the PS3, his mum would like fucking like let us smoke weed, like let us drink alcohol, let us play with Ouija boards, like really just, like sounds just like just a terrible mother.
Play with her tits.
No, well like here's the thing, like she would be like, oh fucking this and that, like yeah, sounds familiar, eh? But she was dating this one guy.
Stay away from the door.
What was his name? Fuck, I know the other guy. She was dating 2 guys at once.
Yeah.
So one guy was fucking. I can't remember his name, but he was like he looked like the Undertaker, but like when he's not in character, but like obviously like fat and fucking Australian, and he'd come in and he worked as a mortician.
Fitting.
Yeah. Yes. And he'd come in this and that, and then like he'd sleep over like the same nights. I'd like stay over and shit, and then like he'd fuck off to work, and then this other guy came around that looked like the dude. His name was Jeff, from like the Big Lebowski. It was like actual Jeff Bridges. And like he'd get in the pool and shit like with my mate's mum, and he'd like have like his shirt off, and he had like these big hairy moves with like a nipple ring and shit.
Oh no!
And like yeah, man, like fucking cool, bro.
Tribal tattoos around his belly button.
Like no, it was like on his upper arm, like one, and then like a dragon on the other, and it was like pretty fucking
Fresh
rad.
from Bali.
But yeah, his name was Jeff, and then it was like the mum sort of realised that we weren't stupid and was like, so she's like, oh yeah, well he's just a friend. Fucking hell, you. Yeah, fucking hell. But yeah, so Friday Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that was a good tangent.
Yeah.
The next one's fucking those calendar stores and shopping centres.
I have to give them a come for effort. Solely on an effort. You know, that is one of the industries that like shouldn't exist due to like mobile phones having it on a lock screen, like when you look at it. I don't know anyone that's bought a calendar.
Unless you want like the
ever.
Glenn Jakovich one, or fucking like the Basil Samples one.
The Basil Simplest one.
When I was at Joondalup yesterday, I was like, "Fuck, no one there." You got your cars.
They pop up, eh? Like, so like no,
just
like
out the front of fucking EB Games.
Mid-November to like February. There's just a calendar store, and it's always some uninterested 12-year-old like girl working it that's looking at her phone, or it's like a middle-aged fucking Saudi man. There's no in between,
Literally.
And they've got like a row of like Dilbert calendars. Like, what the fuck? Remember Dilbert?
Nah.
Google it. Look him up. You know what I'm talking about. They got Dilbert, and then they'll have like whatever's hot at the moment. So they'll have like a fucking Baby Yoda calendar, and then they'll have
Dilbert cartoon.
Yeah. You remember it as soon as you see it.
Oh, yeah,
fucking Dilbert cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they got Dilbert calendars.
Dilbert
like,
goes to work.
Yeah, Dilbert goes fishing. And then it's like, or it's
Dilbert
like,
does his shit.
Or it's like the 2021, 2022, like fucking
best flowers.
Mustang. The best flowers. The Mustang calendar, but it's the same Mustang in just different colours.
Yeah, they just change the font and change the fucking year every year.
Like, you know, like it's good effort, like on their behalf, sticking it out. In this trying time, but I want to know where they're getting their like investment from. Is like I've seen people stand like next to it, maybe just because a little kid wandered over because he's seen like a picture of like
Spider-Man or something.
Yeah, like they've tricked a kid over there. But then like the calendars themselves, like how much do you reckon they go for?
I reckon like $20.
Yeah, well, like that's like the basic one. Like some of them go for like $40-$50.
Why would you?
Oh, yeah, so like. I'm sure the listeners are interested in us talking about calendars at the shopping centre, but like if there's a need for it, we'll go undercover probably tomorrow and try and fucking have a look and see, like, get a price list and ask people why they bother getting out of bed in the morning to come and do a job like that.
We may even record it.
Who knows?
Tune in next week. And finally, on Come or Shid, morning wanks. Like the ones in the morning when you fucking, like, you wake up and you're fucking harder than fucking, like, Ivan Drago.
When you have to make the decision to go for a piss and the boner goes away, or wank through the piss and then spend 10 minutes trying to get the piss to come out afterwards. It's just a hands down. That's a cum. Like, that's the go-to.
Like when you first wake up.
Yeah, fucking bang. Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
stretch.
fucking.
Oh shit, stepping on the cables there, so big cum. And that's a cum to end it off.
That is the cum to end all cums until next week.
What's your doozy?
All right, so cum or shid, where do you stand on people with severe disabilities?
In what regards?
Do you rate them? Or are they just, or is it just shit, or is it just a complete waste of space and time? I'm talking about severe. We touched on it lightly last week, but the ones that you see in the shopping centre drooling on themselves, fucking, like, you know, like, it sounds rough, but honestly, they shouldn't be alive. Like, they should have just been euthanized, because it's just a complete drain on society and our taxes. Like, resources, time. You know, it is giving people jobs to look after them and shit like that. But I'm sure those people have other talents they could probably better use than try and feed sweet and sour pork to a cunt that's eating his shirt.
Oh,
So do you cum disabled people, or do you shit on them?
I honestly don't know. Like,
this is the first thing that came to my head when you messaged me last night with the idea. I was like, disabled. It was originally going to be fucking, like, would you ever fuck a disabled girl? But I changed it to disabled people in general.
man,
Because I know you'd fuck a disabled girl.
Boing. I don't know, man. Because I mean, you know, they're still humans. I mean,
To what extent, though? Because
I mean, like they still got parents that love them. Like,
are they self-aware? No, because they're not. The parents aren't taking them to the shop. It's some other person. The parents aren't doing it. If you loved them, you'd quit your job and you'd care for them full time. You know, don't love them that much.
Yeah.
But you know, like they're still human. To what level though? Like, dogs are conscious, but they're not human.
Yeah.
Hence the term vegetable.
I think as a humanitarian, I'm gonna go with shid.
Alright, you've heard it. Is the Thanos from Perth? There is no point. Yes. Alright. Well, that's good. All right. Well, fucking speaking of cum and shit, we thought we'd just segue straight into our next review, the last one for this episode, talking about a little film from 1975 called Salo. It's Italian for 120 Days of Sodomy.
Yes, I've got a brief little synopsis here. So, in Nazi fascist northern Italy in 1943 to 1944, 4 senior members of government, aided by henchmen and Nazi soldiers, kidnap a group of young men and women. They hold them for 120 days, subjecting them to all manner of torture, perversion, and degradation.
Ooh. Not young men and women. These are straight up like fucking tweens. These are like fucking
16-year-olds.
Yeah, like they've like the boys got little curly pubes, and you see it all. I don't know why the people. I don't know why we watched it. But I don't know why the people that made it are in jail.
It's classed as a horror art film.
Oh, it's
For what we watched, we couldn't. Fuck me, it was like there's like that. There's the one dude, like the main dude. He's just.
He's got an eye like the guy at fucking bow repair.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like inwards.
Yeah, he like fucking. Oh, the dinner scene where he fucking spreads his ass cheeks and shitting on everyone or whatever.
Yeah, he's pulled his hole apart and they're all eating dinner out of fear they're going to get shot by these fucking Mussolinis. And there's like, they got the naked girls like serving him dinner, and one of the guys trip her and she falls over, and then the guy starts raping her. While that guy's doing shits on the table, he sees it as an opportunity and then pulls that guy's pants down from behind and then rapes him in the ass, and they're all laughing and getting on. It's good. And there's another one. He fucking gets a piece, like he's got them treated like dogs on hands and knees, and he has a piece of cake and he puts nails in it and he makes it fucking eat it.
Oh yeah, that was hectic.
And you actually see all of it, and like
And then
we
when-
watched this maybe 6 months ago, and we haven't like looked into it. Like, apart from the synopsis there that would have just come off the internet, we haven't even spoken really about it. Like, as we watched it, I fell asleep watching it. But like, I didn't want to.
baked as fuck. It was.
Yeah, like, maybe we'll finish it after this
we
recording.
could look at each other like the next day. Like it was pretty fucking.
yeah, like,
there's like a bunch of like older dudes, probably in their 40s and 50s, and it's like and all the girls we find out it's like their fucking daughters. Like they're all, remember?
yeah,
And like they're just
each other's daughters.
Each other's daughters, yeah. And then they're fucking. Like the old bloke sitting there, fucking. He forces the chick's hand to fucking rub on his cock while this fucking scary blonde lady's like telling a random like a weird story
about someone killing themselves.
Yeah, it was fucked. Yeah.
What's the diarrhea bit? Isn't there a shit part?
Oh yeah, they're all fucking like all the blokes were fucking shitting in a big fucking like fucking like a spa size fucking thing, and they're all like fucking making the kids eat it and shit like that and forcing him in there. It was fucking hectic. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
And then for weeks we were going into JB Hi-Fi being like, oh, have you got 120 Days of Sodom on 4K Blu-ray?
Actually, yeah, telling, and then the people I've told that I've watched this movie, they look at me like I'm some fucking freak. Like,
I stopped telling people because people just didn't have it. Like, there's no fucking chance in hell. I only heard about it from like some guy on YouTube talking about it, and then we found it on some fucking weird site, and they probably put us on the list too. And we watched it.
It's got all like snuff horror films and shit.
Yeah, like real ones,
like
fake
Serbian
ones.
film.
Oh, yeah, that's still got nothing on this. And the thing is, this was like a 70s movie. I think that's why no one knows about it. Because it probably got like fucking blacklisted and buried.
It did. That's when I was doing research on the film. It did get banned in like fucking 99.8% of countries. It's probably like still watchable in like Iraq and countries like that where you can fucking treat people like that.
Where it's alright to fuck your kids.
Yeah, the main guy, his name's fucking the president, played by
Donald Trump.
Aldo Valetti.
Aldo Valetti. I'm gonna get him tattooed on me.
Fuck yeah, he's a scary man. Like we have that one photo that we just send like every 6 months. We'll bring it back into rotation.
Yeah, he's fucking genuinely upsetting. He looks a bit like Max Headroom, but like ginger. Yeah, I really like it. And then some guy popped up on my mutuals, and it was like people you may know, and it was like Michael Salo or something, and he had like a wonky eye. and then I messaged him, and I was like, asked if he liked sodomy, and then
just casually asking another grown man.
Yeah,
if he
and then
sodomy.
I saw he had a mutual friend with another guy I was friends with, actually worked with him, and it turns out he was on the spectrum.
Oh no, fuck. Salo has earned the reputation among some film scholars for being the sickest. How the hell do you become a film scholar? Like, we're film scholars.
I was about to say, I was like, surely we've earned that title too. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen enough bullshit.
The sickest film of all time, with some citing it as an early progenitor or something of the extreme cinema subgenre, alongside the American film The Last House on the Left, 1972.
That movie is fucking garbage. That movie's a shit. Don't ever bring that movie up. That movie's terrible. Dog shit. It's fucking awful. It's not good. It's not suspenseful. There's like a rape, but it sort of happens blurry off camera, like fucking, and it's just lame. Like Wes Craven, you sort your shit, can't.
Maybe we should watch. There's an actual there's the film. There's a documentary on it. It's called Salo Fade to Black in 2001. Maybe we should watch that to get like a more deeper understanding of like what the fuck people are going through. Like, let's make a movie about this.
I think we should just both go to like whatever this film institute is and introduce the cum shid ranking system.
I think that should be the way of like the Grammys, fucking Oscars, fucking
the Golden Cum Award.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe for the end of the year, maybe we'll have a special edition of the Golden Cum Awards for like movies and films, movies and games and music and fucking yes, that might be an idea.
And we'll wear tuxedos.
We'll wear tuxedos, but you won't see it because we don't film it yet.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that might be on the agenda. So yeah, fucking apparently like this movie has like a full fucking like legacy. Like apparently, it says here in 2010 at the Toronto International Film Festival, placed it at number 47 on its list of the essential 100 films.
Okay, well those people need to be investigated.
Definitely. So
number 46 was Small Soldiers, 1997.
Yeah, fuck. So how's Uncle Anthony?
Yeah, he fucking messaged me a few things during the week. Thought I'd bring in a segment that we'll do weekly because he's always got a few pearlers in there.
He does.
And he's like one of the first people to fucking actually listen to the new episode as it drops. And he messaged me fucking, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? And he's not like some 50-year-old man. It's not that sad. He's like a 30-year-old man. My grandfather liked to fuck a lot. So he's technically my uncle, but he's more of like a cousin sort of.
So your granddad's big pun?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not a player. I just
fuck a lot. Yeah, fucking So we're going to do this segment. I'm going to call it "The World According to Uncle Anthony."
So what is the world according to Uncle Anthony the week of Saturday, 27th of November, 2021?
So I received a message from him about a porn that he was currently watching. I don't know if that's part of his routine is to speak to me while you fucking strokes the iguana.
His old nephew.
Fucking gabagoo salo. But he messaged me and this is where I'll put quotations for what he said.
Quotation fingers.
Yeah. This bitch is moaning going, it's like I'm fucking listening to Master P.
Make him say,
which was then followed up by this guy screaming when he comes. Sounds like he's getting his fucking toe cut off. And that ends this segment of The World According to Uncle Anthony.
Fuck me. Shout out Uncle Anthony. Yes. Fuck, when I was formatting the show last night, I was fucked. I was baked, which is why this is literally when we came up with "come or shid." Like this is what more like these all ideas. And I was listening to the GoldenEye N64 soundtrack. Oh, it's actually up there with one of the greatest fucking game soundtracks of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Like,
fuck, I could have done that soundtrack.
Yeah, no, but like, you're like, damn, the first level, it's fucking, facility. That's always good.
How does that one go?
Cool.
What about Temple?
Temple, fire. Yeah, I don't know that one. It's like, ooka chaka.
Welfare, and some Newports, please.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What do you reckon? What are some good game soundtracks you can think of?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Alright. Not one like commercial ones like GTA San Andreas and shit
Well,
like
my
that.
next one would have been Def Jam.
Yeah.
And so you can't say Tony Hawk. What do you mean? GoldenEye was fucking commercial.
No, I meant like...
Oh, you mean scores?
Yeah.
Fuck me, I don't know. Fucking...
Like iconic or ones that stand out to you.
I don't know.
Or ones that stand out to you that you remember like pretty good.
It's so minimalist, but maybe the soundtrack from Resident Evil 1. Like, yeah, well, my first console technically that I owned was a PS1. I'm not including the SNES. It was my old man bought it from a guy at the pub that was like modded $50 for the box of games. Half of them didn't work. One of them that did work, unfortunately for me, was Resident Evil 1. And it was just a guy that with the gun on the front. I was like, yeah, this would be cool. So I'm playing it, and it's like hell slow intro, and it's like cutscenes of choppers and soldiers. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking sick. Have you played Resident Evil?
Not in a long time.
Do you know? So the very first fucking level. So you're fucking walking down a hallway, and then it's just like the music
Every
cuts
game
out.
ever.
Yeah, you're walking down. Yeah, but it's like the camera's like over your shoulder, and like as you go down like further down the hallway, the angle changes.
Oh, meow.
Meow. Meow, cunt. Meow. What do you mean meow? You're walking, and then fucking the camera changes right meow, and it's like the opposite end. And you're like, fuck. And it does that like 3 or 4 times before this like very first like cutscene in game, and it's like this fucking the music just cuts out, and this fucking dog jumps through the window, and I like got to that point where I was like, fuck that. I turned it off, didn't like it, wasn't a fan. And then I got a bit more balls, like maybe 6 months later, somehow beat the dog, don't know how I did it. And then the very next cutscene is you walk into a room and
give the dog a hiding.
Yeah, you give him a dog's hiding. And you go into this other room, and then like the very next thing is just a guy on the floor getting eaten by this fucking terrifyingly bad rendered zombie. He turns his head and he's got blood on his face, and that was when I actually just didn't. I didn't touch it again. I went back to playing Crash Bash or Star Wars Demolition.
Crash Bash was gold.
Star Wars Demolition, can't.
Yes.
Ooh, teeny!
So that's like the only like game.
I don't know. Fucking scores that aren't soundtracks. I don't know. Well, I can't think of anything.
I always dug the fucking Crash Bandicoot ones, like the levels and shit.
Oh.
No.
What? Yeah, okay. Can you hum one that's not the main one?
Oh.
Dong, 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 dong. Can you not? Can you do one that's not that?
Fucking, yeah, Wild Hog. The fucking on the first one, you ride the hog. We're
We're going lynching. Fucking hell, cunt. Down, down, down. Fucking
Deliverance.
Yeah, Deliverance. Yeah.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Wow. Puts on the Ooga Booga Marabuka mask.
Fucking
Dum, 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 dum. Right, so
as
really,
you can tell, we're recording this at 8:00 on a Saturday night. We don't give a fuck right
yeah,
now.
we over it. Yeah,
We had enough this week.
Yeah, yeah.
A solid 40 minutes of fucking nothing.
Yeah, and I haven't busted the soundboard out yet.
Yeah. Fucking. I reckon it's time for a fucking quick smoke break and fucking fresh air because it's hot as fucking here. And then we will be back with more content.
We'll be black. Stay right there.
We are back. We're back.
Back
Fuck.
again.
It'll dialect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cracking.
Fuck all.
Is that a good cone?
Yeah, it's good. It's hot as hell. It's so sweaty.
Yeah, 36 today. It's supposed to be like the same tomorrow.
Fuck that.
In a gymnasium with sweaty fucking nerds.
Oh yeah, Toy Fair tomorrow. Yes, yes. So what are you looking out for tomorrow at Toy Fair? From Collector Zone. Shout out Collector Zone, Chris. Yes.
Sponsorship, perhaps. I doubt it. But
Monetization.
monetization, commercial for MeUndies or body hair trimmers or what's the other one? The fucking the meal prep fucking.
Oh yeah, that fucking VPNs.
Oh yeah,
Surfsharks.
NordVPN, fucking what's the other
Shadow
one?
Raid Legends or whatever.
Yeah, fucking
Raid Shadow Legends, that's the one.
Raycon earbuds, some t-shirt company that's like microfiber. What's the fucking meal one?
Oh, Hello Fresh.
Yeah, Hello Fresh.
Hello
Yeah,
Kitty.
fucking Hello Fresh. That's actually not that easy to actually like make. Like they send you like a full fucking like a full onion. Like isn't it supposed to be cut up and like ready to go?
Expecting you to be fucking Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you've got to slowly saute these mushrooms while caramelizing the onion simultaneously to lock in the flavor. He's like, no.
But this is to help you save time?
Yes, but Toy Fair,
Yeah, so what are you looking out for tomorrow?
fucking maybe some retro carded Spider-Man figs, either a symbiote or a fucking Ben Reilly. I doubt it, but they normally tend to do pop up when you least expect it. So, penis is crossed that something does turn up. But, yeah, I don't know. Apart from that, it'll always be some stupid shit I see in the corner of my eye, like a Val Kilmer Batman doll with like nipples or something. I'm like, I want it. I want it.
Yeah.
And if I don't buy it, that's all I'll be thinking about for 2
Toxies?
weeks. Yeah, Toxic Avenger figure. Went down that rabbit hole since the last time we did the episode, and I really.
I seen you ad on the fucking Australian fucking toy.
Yeah, I was hunting for one in box, just like $600. But in the meantime, I did watch the first Toxic Avenger.
Oh really? Yeah, go on.
It's not as offensive as the one that we watched. It's just like really straightforward.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's like he's like an autistic like cunt with a mop that works at this health club where like they party for some reason.
Keep smiling, keep dancing.
Yeah, and they bully him and like the hot chick tricks him into like thinks he's making out with her. The lights are off, but then the lights turn on and everyone's there. Didn't know they're all around him, but he's making out with the sheep with makeup on. And he runs out the window and lands in a toxic barrel. It's the exact same footage from what we watched. They just reused it.
Great.
But I did learn something funny though. So I don't think we talked about it, but in that movie we watched, there was like that car chase and the car flips, and we're like, what's the budget on this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, so that scene was shot 11 years previous for another movie, and apparently the director liked it so much because he almost got hit by the car because it ended up like landing hell close to him and he didn't move. He ended up getting the shot. He used it in every movie he did from 1991 up until 2006. It's the
What a
same
funny
footage they
guy.
just intercut.
What a good one. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fucking playing the long game.
Yeah, it was a fucking. Was it, mate? I went to fucking. I always called him Styles. I went to Stoney. I was like, fucking. What is the budget on this fucking piece of shit? Because it was like this car
$500,000.
flips like 8 times. There's like a fucking backflip, like lands like.
blows up like the
Yeah,
fucking
blows
the
up while the-
hospital in fucking Dark Knight.
Yeah, like it's pretty spectacular for what we were just watching. Some fucking cunt shooting up special needs people. Yeah, and it's just been reused that many times. But yeah. So tangent.
Yeah. Toy fair.
Toy. These people are fucking mouth breathers there. And they need to bring back like fucking public executions.
Yeah. It was a fucking long day when we fucking stole the show.
Yeah, we did
Cleaned
well.
up.
If
The
you
hustle was real.
if you could execute someone, like how would you do it? Say you had like a budget. You'd be like, here you go, like someone gave you like say you work for like the government. They're like, yeah, we're bringing them back. We're televising it. But you have to plan it, and it has to be like has to keep them like has to keep people like watching. We need numbers.
Then maybe something like something that slow burn.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be cool to fucking bury someone alive. Like, when have like fucking like have it well lit with a fucking bunch of GoPros in there, and then just like with speakers,
hell looking around
with like speakers and torture sounds and stuff going through, like just fucking with them, and then just
and
watch
the speakers just like held quiet and like just on like, no like held quiet, and the guy's like bah!
Yeah, just
like just random like increments. So, but you know,
maybe give him like, I don't know, maybe like fucking an hour and a half of fucking oxygen. Just to make it interesting, just like so you can fuck with them, like make it move and fucking like just keep putting more dirt on and shit and make them listen. Like, I reckon that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
What if you got like a pit like full of like giant like neo
fuck,
like
I'm
rats.
going on a list.
Yeah, like a pit of like rabid like fucking rats like vermin, and then you get like someone and you've like they're above the pit, but they're only held up on like this super thick like sarin wrap, like glad wrap that's keeping them between them and the rat. But this is like this is the long game. You feed them, but like there's no way up or down. And they have the choice to either try and rip the sarin wrap and fall to their death. Like the impact will like break legs, is that far, but they won't die from the fall, and the rats will fucking devour them. Or they can try and play the long game, and like they will be regularly provided with food, either by a drone or whatever, and like toilet paper and shit. But there's nowhere to put their feces, so they can gain weight from eating and rip through the sarin wrap and fall.
Break their fall.
No, like they'll eat until they put on weight, and then they get too heavy for the wrap, and they'll fall through it.
And just crush the cunts.
No, you stone cunt. No, like so they can dig through the wrap and kill themselves, like on their terms,
okay.
or they can try and live on the wrap for as long as that until the wrap either degrades or they get too heavy for it and fucking fall through unwillingly.
Yes.
Oh, that's a bit elaborate, eh? Oh yeah, I'm on the list. And so are you for listening to it.
Yeah. So what else would you do to kill someone?
Say it closer into this square underneath my t-shirt. Probably sew the asshole shut and keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
Fuck.
UNCLE, Anthony.
The world according to Anthony. English, motherfucker. Oh, I've got no water.
I got ball water. Yeah, he's out of the hydration. You got like 3 full seal bottles there.
They're hot.
Yeah, room temperature. The room's 80 degrees.
From the night I fucked a stripper.
Yeah, how much is there?
Like $28.
And how much did that get ya?
Nah, cause fucking some cunt handed it to me. Like he got thrown out, and I was.
But what is so for people that can't see it, he's got like a wad of
cum.
Yeah, that's in one hand, and in the other hand he's got like I thought they were $10 notes. I was like, fuck, he won't notice if I grabbed a couple. But they're like, it's like a wad of like money from the thanks and handy ones. I can look at it. $2. So so it looks like
dollars.
It's like imagine like a scratchy mixed with like a $10 note.
Those like cards that the Asians hand out in fucking Northbridge when you're going clubbing, for like the sex lines.
Yeah, like that. But it's like the size of a $10 note, the color of a $10 note, but it says $2 on it. So you got $28. How long would that last for an average Joe?
Oh nah, this is not for that.
Well, what the fuck is it then?
So when you go to a strip
buy lollies at the canteen.
Yeah, so when you go to a strip club and you sit like on the podiums when they're dancing on the pole, you can't sit there and not tip. So instead of fucking...
Can you tip hell slowly?
Yeah.
Like,
So as long
like pretend you're getting it out of your pocket, even though it's not in your pocket?
That's what these are for. So you can fucking have like $50, but you're still sitting there like, and say every like, 5 minutes or so, like you throw a couple, you know what I mean? So you can sit there and enjoy it.
And they look down and you've given them $3.
Yeah, but that's what it's for. So yeah, this dude was fucking... he was
Do you tip more if their bumhole doesn't sting?
Yeah. Yeah, but fucking, one dude, he was getting thrown out and he just fucking handed it to me and I was like, oh, okay, and I put it in my pocket. I thought I gave it to the stripper that I brought home. I didn't buy her. This was like, this was legit.
Buy yourself a large double quarter pounder meal.
Who can't afford it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what, happy days.
The more you pay, the more they play.
It's true.
And there's a picture of a chick that definitely doesn't like live in Perth.
Yeah, she's like a fucking PNG from fucking Pinterest or some bullshit.
Yeah, like the Lorna Jane, like step into summer model.
Stupid bitch. But the dollhouse is closed now, so I can't even fucking...
Valid until 31st of 12, 2018, so you couldn't have used it anyway.
Oh, yeah. So it might be worth something.
Maybe that's why, that's why you got kicked out, being a dodgy cunt.
If there's any former strippers from the dollhouse, if you would like to remember...
Uncle Anthony?
To remember your time working there, I do have some dollhouse tipping dollars that you obviously cannot cash in, but you can use to remember your time there.
Your dollhouse doll hairs.
Good one. Yeah, fuck. Oh, fuck me.
I would have loved this shit when I was a fucking teenager. Like, me and a few of the mates and shit, we used to just, like, do shit. Like, I remember, like, we found, like... Back when, like, used to get plastic bags from Coles, like the grey ones, we found like a bag like that filled with like porno magazines.
When life was easy,
like FHM magazine, like not even anything.
Zoo magazine.
No, it wasn't even. No, it was like a step up from Zoo. So I think it wasn't Picture, like it wasn't like the good ones. It was like FHM, I think Ralph maybe, and then it was like some like maybe it was some like actual porno ones, but like chicks with like their bush out and shit. But we were like, whoa, and then we like held like almost get into fights. Like, no, I don't fucking take it home. We get fucking in trouble, this and that. So we end up like having, like on the street, he'd have like that big green box, that power box.
Sounds like the Australian like premise of like the Australian version of like Stand By Me.
Yeah, just find a bag full of fucking used like fucking
sticky pages.
Yeah, pretty much. It didn't stop us though. It was like scratch and sniff. But yeah, like we'd put it behind like one of them big green like fucking electrical boxes, like those Telstra ones, and like it was like a magical box. Like we'd go there and like one day there was like a motorbike there behind it, and then like after school the motorbike was gone. But like that's we were checking it twice a day. Like we'll go in there, we're like, is the porn still there? We wouldn't look at it. We're like, is the porn still there? But yeah, porn's still there. All right, we can go. It's safe. We can go there, and then like. Yeah, and then it just went missing one day. I don't know what happened there, but then like we used to get like panicky. And we're like, "Fuck, someone's fucking they're onto us. Someone's onto us." And then like we all had to go home and like discard our own like collection. Like I had like for some reason I had like porn discs, like DVDs, or like just has X-ray and it's just like looks like a barley like fucking like image on the disc, but like took it to like my mate straight and then like threw it down the drain on his street in case like in case my parents went like spelunking into the sewer to find the disc and shit.
Just someone was spelunking.
Yeah, it's fucking spelunking. I wasn't even watching it though. Where would I fucking watch it? I just had it. I was like, yes, I'm contraband. I'm the most dangerous man alive. But like, you didn't know what you do with it. And then we just went out the front to like fucking like laugh at these Egyptian kids that we used to just trick into fighting each other.
Oh, this is the one. Yeah, what did you used to do with him?
Oh no, that's a different one. That's the one with that's got like one ball. But
stare at story time.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, this is like the ultimate fucking.
Oh yeah, no fucking.
If someone did this to Oki in the future, it'd be like the death sentence for him.
Oh, bro, like but we should be in jail. Like a group of friends.
Yeah.
Crystal Blaze, you gone to jail. Fucking no. Well, I'll tell you about these Egyptian kids first. They're like dad like. Sold carpets at like the Malaga markets or some shit. He was never home. He was always out. Yeah, but like, and he's like Nabil and Bilo or some shit. That was like the husband and wife, and she'd like make hot shits. But we used to just hang out there and like just be bums. We were like 14, 15. These kids were like 6 or 7, but like their mum would like cook fat feeds and like let us drink, like give us like 6 cans of soft drink. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. And we just sit there in the aircon and like, I don't know if they had, I can't remember if they had a pool, probably not. A pool filled with sand. But like they were like Michael, these two little Egyptian kids, and we used to just like hype them up. One was like fat, and he was the older one, like big fat stocky thing with like a big head, like a watermelon, and the other one was like limber, like a tree monkey.
Looked like Doughboy from fucking Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, like that. but he was like 7, and then the other one was like 5 or 6, and we used to like just like fucking. Just wind them up and make them fight each other. And then we'd get the other kid from like 2 doors up, the one with one ball. And we used to like pin like the 2 Egyptian kids against the kid with 1 ball. To the point that like the kid with 1 ball's like older than him. He was like a couple of years. And like they used to just come and staunch him. And he'd be like, like hell, like didn't like it, like a fucking scared dog. And then like I remember like the little one like climbed up like the light post somehow, and it was like up where the sign was like hanging from it there, and he got stage, and like suddenly he must have looked down or something, and he just got scared, going, like that at the front of his house, and his mum comes out like with a rolling pin, going Michael, and then
What was that game you played?
Oh, the one with So we played Saw. Like I used to terrorize this kid. I feel bad now because he's like come out as like gay and shit. I think it had something to do with it. But
So
like,
what's this game Saw? Like, for those that don't know.
Oh, we used to just. It's nothing to do with even with the movie. I don't know. I don't think I even watched the right fucking thing, but I thought it was. But we used to do shit to him like. Oh, it was mainly me. I just think I had it out for him, but fuck that kid. Now, we're like, I don't know, like we were riding like skateboards one day, and he like tagged along to go like Coles, and there was like a can of like V on the floor in the car park. And then he's fucking. I thought he saw me like pick it up. But anyway, I was like, oh, fucking, do you want some? And he's like, oh, energy drink. Like, yeah. He would have been about fucking, I don't know how old he would have been, maybe 8.
It's brilliant.
He takes a drink out of it and like swallows it, and then he goes, and like drops the can and like throws up, and it's like black. And there's like cockroaches and shit in it.
Cunt.
Poor cunno. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, but he's all right.
Yeah, Saw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Saw. Yeah, we're like, oh, do you want to play a game? And he's like, yeah, all right. So we're like, yeah, so we don't play Saw. And then, like, yeah, my other mates were also in on this, so don't even fucking at me. We, like, got, like, a bike lock that we found, and, like, we got him to sit, like, on, like, the little, like, lawn at the front of his house, like, his ankles and his wrists. And we, like, bike locked him around, so we, like, fucking, his, like, cheek was against, like, oh no, he was laying down, he was on his stomach, and he had his hands like in front of him tied around the lamppost, and he's like, all right, not funny anymore, and we're like walking behind him, stepping on the back of his calves and shit.
What a piece of shit. What of this fucking guy.
And then we're like, fuck this cunno. I was like, hey, what's this? And we got like the mega ring packet, like how you get like the 3 saucers, and we like folded them like on top of each other, and put them in front of him, and I just jumped on it and I stomped it. And I just sprayed him like a dye pack in a money bag. Just went, hit him in the eye.
Sweet chili sauce in the eye.
No, it's not. It's like fucking hot chili. He's like,
still burning.
Oh!
Ow.
Yeah,
like
oh,
Thurman Merman on
yeah.
Funny Cousin. Ow, ow.
Oh, yeah, but it was like, oh fuck, yeah. And he's like going red and shit, and like going, blah, like throwing up. We're like, yeah, you lost the game, cunt.
Oh, what a fucking
But
dick.
that poor kid used to get fucking terrorized. But like, he didn't like help himself. Like, although I got to give him credit, he was like 2011. He like started a YouTube channel. He would have been like 10, and he was doing like Pokemon fucking card openings.
Oh, how good.
Yeah, but then he'd go, and I'm like, yeah, that's sort of cool, and like watch him like do it. And then like, was he like another thing where he's like, his parents had a fucking like a Mac, and his dad had a PS3. I'm like, play Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I know how good. And they had Foxtel. So,
how good.
Yeah, not having Foxtel, and they had someone that had Foxtel pool and aircon. It was like, yeah, that was the go.
You're my best friend.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, now to fucking take this fucking sauce in the icon. Fucking nah, but like he'd like be watching like Deal or No Deal like on YouTube, or like that was his thing for a bit, and then like doing like magician tricks and shit. Meanwhile, what's about wanking and shit.
This bully over here. Oh, fuck.
And then thing, but
that's an episode for the Patreon.
yeah,
Something like that.
I don't know if I should even just say it, but nah, probably not. Nah, we'll cut this bit out. I'll actually get in trouble, cunt. I'll tell you, because
Yeah.
but this is not going on the fucking podcast. Yeah, so he went to the beach and
Fuck, you're an oh, boy.
I broke his arm too by accident, but like, I was like, what up, you fat fuck? I came into his room. And then, like, he like, had to pull the doona up, like, fucking around. I jumped on the bed, like, I jumped on it, and, like, all I heard was, and then he started crying, and he went, like, broke the sound barrier. Turns out I broke the cunt's arm, and I landed on him. His dad comes in, like, fucking full South African, like, Nicholas, what are you doing, Nicholas? Like, how angry. Like, I was trying to polish my cock, and now I've got to go out in the fucking hospital, like, hell, losing his shit. Yeah, I just got in the car, and we go down the car. Everyone just sounds like Arnie, but...
But you redeemed your bullying when you bullied your bully. The story you told me, you fat fuck.
Oh, yeah, so there was this fucking fat mouldy guy that was like, give every cunt shit, teasing the Indian guy. But I stood up for the Indian guy, and the Indian guy turned out to be a fuck off. But I was like... No, but this fucking cunt was like, just like, yeah, Scrox Deluxe fucking like wearing a New York Yankees hat that was like a fitted, but like not fitted for his head because it was too small. And he was like on like this fucking school chair, like leaning back. And then fucking like, he was like, and then just like the legs snapped on it and he fell back and just smashed into the radio, like smashed it down the brick wall. And I was like, so you get, you fat fuck. And then he just like went red and just fucking like didn't, yeah, it wasn't, it shut his hole. I think he actually moved schools, eh? But yeah, that'll learn you, you fucking dog.
That's what you get for being a bully.
Yes. That Indian guy was fucking weird, man. I went to his house. He had a PS3 too. So if he had a PS3, I would have probably been your friend in high school. But like, I went around there and he had like fucking, I know it's not swart stickers. It's whatever the other one is where it's like not inverted. Like means fucking curry or something. He's got pictures of like fucking Dragon Ball Z looking gods, like Tiger Prince fighting the fucking elephant with 12. Like they all look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They worship. It's pretty dope. Yeah. But I went around there on the doorstep, smelled like curry, and then like
we all had. I think we all had like those ethnic fucking neighbors that were like cool. I had some when I was living in Ballajura. They were fucking Malaysian. There was Mahadi and Muhammad.
Mahadi.
And like we'd go around there like fucking all the time. They had like a sick fucking like massive trampoline, and they had like a PS1 with all the like the burnt games and stuff. And I remember going.
So I wasn't the only one that was using.
Yeah. And like they had, they had the whole family living there. Like the grandma lived there too. And like one day I forgot to fucking take my shoes off, and I wasn't even in the house. I was in like the fucking.
Starts throwing rocks at you.
Yeah, it was like a add-on room to the house, like where it was like, it's technically outside. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, you better take your shoes off. My yaya or whatever the fuck.
It's just coming to bed, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck that off.
Yeah, alright, I reckon we should fucking wrap this up. So, I just want to say sorry to the listeners that there will be no fucking new Hot Ill Dialect track this week. But since we're not getting paid for the show,
lick our cocks.
Yes, I want you to choose any piece of music ever to fucking close out the show to this week. Anything in the world, on the spot. Go.
If you're going to put me on the spit, probably close it out to Who I Know from the artist formerly known as Hounds of Hell.
Alright, that's the one. So you will, in like fucking 30 seconds or so, you will hear fucking Who I Know by the Hounds of Hell. I'm Stony Montana, motherfuckers.
Styles Morales.
And we'll see you next week.
Adios. Bye. Who I know, all I know, man, one of us has gotta fucking go. Who you know that earned you cred, talking up a storm with no respect. On my drizzy shit, straight Merc and Grizzly click. With a Miss Frizzle bitch, Dr. Doom with the iron fist. Leave you cut up lying in a ditch. I'm a Zeus till your Cronus up without a split. Personas change like the flicking of a switch. Make the murder go off without a hitch. Check it out. It's the tyrant of the land, wearing up the skin like it's Silence of the Lamb. Step up, man, witness violence of these hands. I bust a high caliber, can't even trust Pythagoras. Calculate my stamina, bad to the bone. Osteoporosis, leave you with that thug-induced psychosis. You all just got put the fuck on notice.
Who I know, it just goes to show that you didn't do it on your own. They always talking about who gave them all of their clout. They always running their mouth. Who I know, it just goes to show that you didn't do it on your own. They always talking about who gave them all of their clout. They always running their mouth. I'm from that big rich town where all that counts is views. Yeah, that's not my style, that's not what I do. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Just call me James St. Patrick because I got that true. It's like y'all forgot what hip hop truly means. What it's like to gain respect, grinding in these streets. Cause all the leeches that I see clogging up the scene with all their whack bars on wash, rinse and repeat. So I'm taking it upon myself to be this sick creature. My job title says that I'm the Grim Reaper. I'll make you sip ether through this drip feeder, putting an end to these cunts that suck a dick for a feature. That'd be every rapper's worst nightmare. I'm bloodthirsty, I'm gonna be right there. Go to every studio and hit you with that lockout. Mow your rap career and leave it buried in a doghouse. Who I know, who I know, who I know, who I know. It just goes to show that you didn't do it on your own. They always talking about who gave them all of their clout. They always running their mouth. Who I know, who I know, who I know, who I know. It just goes to show that you didn't do it on your own. They always talking about who gave them all of their clout. They always running their mouth.